Exact number of people who will benefit from CAA are...
So you cannot look at Hinduism like the way you look at other religions.
Who is an Indian citizen?
Jai Shri Ram.
Hello and welcome to India Wants to Know, a quiz show where the puns are better than the right answers and the wrong answers are usually better than the questions themselves. Today's is a very special episode. We were planning to have an episode dedicated to Valentine's Day and love. Then we decided to switch it to Constitution and the Citizenship Amendment Act because we thought at least this way the Shiv Sena will be on our side. Speaking of Shiv Sena, 2019 was a landmark year for them because for the first time in their history they had the word secular in their manifesto. Right? On the day of his inauguration, or the swearing in as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray was asked what the word secular means to Shiv Sena, and he said, what does it mean to you? He said that whatever the meaning of secular is in the constitution is the meaning of secular for Shiv Sena.
सेकुलर शब्द का जिक्र किया गया है। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ क्या शिवसेना सेकुलर हो गई है?
सेक्युलर का मतलब क्या है?
वो मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ।
नहीं, मैं क्यों जानूं? आप पूछो ना मुझे। सेक्युलर पहले बताओ, सेक्युलर का मतलब क्या है?
2 days later, he went on to say that Shiv Sena will continue to follow its Hindutva policy. Right.
Boeing flip.
Today's episode is filled with fun and interesting facts around India and its history and its constitution. For example, did you know that apart from India, Nepal and Mauritius are two other Hindu majority countries and both of them have secular constitutions. In fact, Nepal's secular constitution was only created in 2016. So for over 2 decades, Nepal was considered a Hindu kingdom. Right? Did you know that India gets its name from the river Indus, but more than 60% of the Indus river flows in the country of
Pakistan.
Pakistan, right? Where it is the national river. Joining us today on this special episode, we have 8 people from Bangalore. The other people who were supposed to join are on no-fly list. On team 1, we have Deewane, which is Bertie and Akhila. Bertie almost once lost half his finger after hitting the back of a cow one late night, and the finger was fitted back while he was lying on a delivery table. Akhila is a translator and a counselor who learned the importance of language and translation at a very young age when she unintentionally provoked insane laughter by using the Marathi word for flower pot in a Tamil school, the word being kundi. Next up is team 2, team Parwane, with Manasvi Gundi, who gets mistaken for Kunal Kamra at airports often, just as often as Shashi Tharoor gets mistaken for that guy in Nanda's Apna Apna. Joining him is Siddharth, who once travelled to London to watch the Cricket World Cup in 2019, but walked out before the Super Over and the finals because he wanted to eat kebabs at a Pakistani restaurant. Team 3 is Team Mastane, represented by Vaidehi and Atula. Atula is a Kannadiga Tanjavur Marathi who strictly identifies as a Tamilian living in Bangalore. And joining her is Vaidehi Murthy, who until the age of 16, the only flavour of ice cream she had tasted was vanilla. In team 4, we have a special guest all the way from Jammu and Kashmir, Rohit, who has nothing to say except JK. Sammy, who once threw up in a ship standing next to Khushwant Singh. A question that everybody today seems confused about. Who is an Indian citizen? Yes.
Jai Shri Ram.
Just saying Jai Shri Ram.
That's more than enough.
I think any person born within the boundaries of our country, by the virtue of him or her being born here and having lived here, makes them an Indian.
Is that true, lawyers?
So there is actually a legal answer is there are two. I mean, forgive my Latin phrases may not be right. So citizenships usually are governed by 2 streams. One is jus solis, which is by birth. The other is jus sanguinii or sanguine or whatever it's called. Right. That is by descent. So right in the initial stages when the constitution was enacted in 1949, November 26, the constitution at that time said that anyone who's been living in India is a citizen of India.
Right.
Then there were several amendments to the constitution and especially the definition of citizen.
So you could say we've sort of moved from being adhering to jus soli to
Jus sanguine.
Yeah.
She's got the pronunciation right. It's jus soli, not juice soli.
Whatever, man. I said forgive my Latin pronunciation.
That's the important part of the question.
We want a lunch break.
Or you can buy a Honda City and a Maruti Zen and call yourself a citizen.
Watch, citizen watch.
Citizen watch. She's thinking middle class.
Citizen watch is what's going on right now.
Yeah,
to the
exactly.
There was an Ajit movie called Citizen.
Yes.
Remember
Yes.
that?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that movie?
Blast
from the past.
And Vasundhara Das, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the question.
No, it's about a small village which gets the entire population are killed by like 3 administrative officers.
He's a vigilante.
And Ajit is the only guy who survives the entire thing. So it's about how he takes revenge on the 3 officers and brings people to notice that there's actually a village over there which is no longer there.
You're thinking you're lawyers, right? Not knowing Rajnikant movies and some.
Hollywood
Hey,
expert.
not some, okay? Ajit.
Ajit, yeah?
So Ajit goes around saying, my name
You don't know Ajit?
He's the Amit of South India.
You don't know? Who doesn't know Ajit?
I don't know Ajit.
Vijay fan. He's really a Vijay fan. He is Mallu also. He knows only Vijay. Oh, Mammootty fan then. Like,
Now, Ajit is a good citizen. Not only that, because he acted in a movie called Citizen. Every single election, he stands in line with everybody in the sun, makes sure people around him get water and all, and votes, and doesn't tell people who to vote for, doesn't tell people how he votes or what, and just goes back home. That's it.
sounds like
After
Rahul
the photograph
Dravid.
with the inked finger.
No,
That's what all Bollywood does.
No press. He does it only
nothing.
because he wants to do it.
Ajit almost went F1 racing, okay?
Oh, that's the great story. So Ajit was, before he got into films and stuff, he wanted to be a racer. And he also worked in a mechanic shop, I think. He worked in a mechanic shop, and then obviously he wanted to raise funds to become a F1 racer / MotoGP racer. So he raised funds. He raced in Formula 3.
He raced.
Yeah, Formula 3.
Formula 3, I think he raced. And obviously didn't things go well, so he came back to movies.
Ajit is a Formula 3 racer.
Yeah. Fox has some information.
Yes, Sam.
Fox tells me something.
Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes tells me that Ajit had a really bad accident when he was during his earlier racing days, and this happened in the racing track in Chennai, the MRF racing track. And he was a mechanic. He didn't work in a mechanic shop. He was a mechanic by profession.
Oh, is Guy Fawkes from Chennai? I thought
Guy
he's from
Fawkes
Kashmir.
is anonymous.
Just
We will
because he
not
can't
question
talk.
where he's from.
He is anonymous.
He could be from Kashmir, he could be from Tamil Nadu, he could be from Myanmar, we don't know.
But did he check his phone in the middle?
No, he didn't.
Then he's Kashmir.
Then he's not.
Hey, fake news, come on, what is this?
So 100 points to Team Parwane. Siddharth is absolutely right. The definition of Indian citizen, according to the Constitution of India, it's complicated. Depending on where you were born, when you were born, and where your parents were born, determines your citizenship. For example, at the time of independence, as on 26 November 1949, anybody living in the territory of India was given citizenship of India, including the Constitution of India made provisions for citizenship for migrants from the territories of Pakistan, which had been part of India before partition. After that, between 1950, 26 January and 30th June 1987, if you were born in India, you were an Indian citizen. Between 1987, July 1st and 2004, December 2nd, if you were born in India and if one of your parents was a citizen of India at the time of birth, you were considered an Indian citizen. After 2004, 2nd December, both your parents should have been citizen of India and you should have been born in India, or at least one of your parents should have been a citizen of India and the other should not have been an illegal migrant. Like Atula rightly said, we have also provided for citizenship by naturalization or jus sanguinis or jus sanguinis, which means that if you were born out of India on or after January 26, 1950, but before 10th December 1992, you can be a citizen of India if your father was a citizen of India at the time of birth, irrespective of where your mother was born. After 10th December 1992, people born outside of India are considered citizens of India if either of their parents was a citizen of India at the time of birth. So Indian constitution was sexist till 1992, 10th December. After that, it was all about equality of both genders.
I think this is the perfect answer to start with. आप chronology समझिए.
आप chronology समझ लीजिए.
Interestingly, in Assam, there was one of our presidents, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad.
Right.
He was from Assam, and technically, as per the constitution, the president is the first citizen of India. And so his family did not find a place in the NRC. And so obviously, you have no idea where it's going or how exactly it's going to be.
So there's two ways that you can get a spot on the NRC. Either your own name is on this legacy master list, which was prepared prior to 1971, or if you were born after that, then you'd have to show that you're somehow related to someone who was on this legacy master list. So if, say, only my 90-year-old grandfather was on this list, and somehow I had to show that I'm his granddaughter, they'd call him also to come, come before the tribunal and to ask, like, what is your granddaughter's name? What is your granddaughter's daughter's name? And this 90-year-old man, even if he had 1 second of hesitation before he said it, there have been cases where they've said, okay, this is really shady, no benefit of doubt.
But if you were born, you would have hospital records. So hospital records are good enough because you.
So not just that, post 1971, there's a list A, list B. You need also to show documentation that says that I'm not just born in Assam post 1971, but I am related to someone who was an Assamese citizen.
So then that rule won't apply in Assam.
Assam is
two different things. So there is CAA and there is NRC. So NRC, the way it was implemented in Assam, has 2 lists of documents that you need to bring. There's list A, which are documents that are related to your own citizenship. And if you don't have any of those documents, if you don't have hospital records about where you were born, then you have a list B of documents which are related to your parents' documents.
Correct.
Right, I think that's
what you would think I've got it now.
Also, hospital records are A, I mean, if you're born in a hospital.
Correct.
B, I work as a translator. So one of the things I had to do was translate birth certificates, and you will be amazed at the number of birth certificates for people who have proper records, where their name is just missing from the birth certificate.
Yeah. My
so
birth
just like
certificate
baby boy,
doesn't have my
baby
name,
girl. So how do you prove it's you?
My first name only.
How do you prove it's you? Just as your parents' name,
parents'
a blank name, or baby boy, baby girl.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have another question. This lineage, does it have to be by blood, or people can adopt somebody before 1971?
you need to, I think, have documents proving adoption again, like that there
adoption now or adoption earlier?
Oh no, I think it'll have to be earlier. Because I was hearing of another case where a lot of women don't have documents until they're married, and when they're married, they move to a different village, and the record is usually, say, like a panchayat voting list or something like that, and they're again unable to tie their relationship with their parents on paper, because it's something that they get recently. They say they take their 10th marks cards and then produce a birth certificate dated, say, today, and that's not acceptable for some.
I have another question.
Yes.
So what if you are a true patriot and I want to be an Indian, but I want nothing to do with my family, I don't have my birth certificate, and I don't want to talk to my mom and dad or my grandpa, grandma, and what do you do then?
You're screwed.
But I am a patriot.
India is not the country for you.
Yes.
Go to Pakistan. That's the usual response.
Bharat Mata Ki.
Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
Adopt a cow. Say it is your mother. Go to the.
A few of us friends once walked into a bar, and many years later, this show India Wants to Know was born.
Yay.
Similarly, if a select group of 55 Christians, 2 Parsis and 2 Buddhists walk into an Indian passport office, what do you think can happen?
Like, are they going to renew their passports, or they would apply?
I love how you ask existential questions. What is the objective with which they're walking into?
Are they just passport employees reporting to work?
Oh, reporting to work, yeah.
Oh, are these the exact number of people who benefit from the CAA currently?
100 points to Akhila for this. Wow! Right? In 2019, when Amit Shah was questioned when he tabled the Citizenship Amendment Bill, right? He was asked how many people will benefit from this, right? In his speeches, he said, "Lakhon karodon Hinduon ko nayi subah dikhegi." But on the floor of the parliament, he quoted a 2016 Information Bureau report, which said that the exact number of people who will benefit from CAA are 25,447 Hindus, 5,807 Sikhs, 55 Christians, 2 Buddhists and 2 Parsis. These are the exact number of people who are illegal immigrants living in India before 2014 and will benefit from CAA.
31st December 2014, which is the cutoff date for CAA.
Which is kind of the interesting thing, right? Because people keep talking about, oh, we're going to help so many lakhs of people, and the Home Minister says, why do you anti-CAA people hate Dalits in Pakistan? It's like a really far way to go. But the point is that the cutoff date is 2014, so it's not like we are having this unlimited supply of persecuted Hindus from around the world coming in, or like Buddhists, Parsis, Jains, Sikhs, coming in all the time.
Interestingly, what are the religions that are covered under CAA? Yes.
Hindu, Sikh,
Yes.
Parsi, Christian and Buddhist.
Anything else?
And
Jainism as well,
Jains.
right?
Because Amit Shah wanted to make sure he could stay here as well.
Which are the religions which are missed out, which are significant in Indian population?
Islam and
Scientology.
no, atheism.
Atheism.
Pastafarianism.
Did you just say Scientology?
Pastafarianism.
Yes.
Scientology. Judaism is absolutely.
Oh,
Jews
of
from
course.
these countries will not get citizenship in India, right? That's an interesting point that is missed.
So it's basically anti-Semitic in the broadest definition of anti-Semitism.
Right? So Jews, Muslims, Sri Lankan Tamils, who are mostly Hindus. The Sri Lankan Tamils in refugee camps in Tamil Nadu today, majority of them are Hindus. They will not benefit from this. I think Baha'is are also left out from this list. And of course, atheists. Are atheists recognized by Indian law?
From what I understand, the Indian state does not accept the idea of atheism. I remember from family law class long ago that if a body is abandoned and cannot be identified, it is cremated as per Hindu rituals because it's assumed to be a Hindu body. So even if you choose to leave your religion out on a census, you're assumed to be a Hindu.
But funnily, Hinduism as a religion recognizes atheism because you can be born a Hindu and also be an atheist and not believe in God.
Yeah, but then you would still be an atheist Hindu.
Assuming you're born a Hindu, right? And you can be an atheist, and Hinduism allows you to do that.
Because it's Sanatana Dharma, which is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, it's a choice that you're making.
Atheist Hindu. So under
So
Indian
India
law,
is like you can be atheist but you're still Hindu.
The problem is the definition of Hindu or Hinduism, we are looking at it from the eyes of how all the world religions are defined. And it's very difficult to define Hinduism as per how other religions in the world exist.
So which is why you go the easier way and just Hindutwaize everything.
No, Hindutva is not everything. So I don't think you should compare both of them.
Since Hinduism existed first,
correct,
it was just a way of life.
Exactly.
It became a religion when other religions came
out
into
because
being.
they wanted all Hindus. Sorry, you cannot look at Hinduism like the way you look at other religions.
So Hinduism is a lifestyle. That's where they're at today. Moving on to the next round, which is called "It's So Bad That Even Quizzers Are Here." Right, this entire round is around art and culture of protests in India. Let us start with the most important question for today. If Kanhaiya Kumar is the original gully boy, then who is the original gully girl? So let's start with the basic question. What connects Kanhaiya Kumar and gully boy?
Azadi, the song. The first part, the lyrics of the song, Tum kuch bhi kar lo Azadi. That's a chant from Kanhaiya Kumar. It's taken out for the purpose of the movie.
Absolutely right. So Kanhaiya Kumar's voice is actually part of the Gully Boy soundtrack because of this song called Azadi, which was originally by this artist called Dub Sharma, who remixed Kanhaiya Kumar's speech from JNU and made it into a song, which Zoya Akhtar finally used in her movie. Can you tell me how the song Azadi is connected with the feminist movement or with Pakistan?
So I read, essentially when I was looking up Azadi, I think last year sometime, Kamala Bhasin, who is an Indian feminist sociologist, writer, poet, etc., basically said that opposing the narrative that, this is a hurtful cry because it was used against the Kashmiri Pandits during the forced exodus, the attacks against the Kashmiri Muslims in Kashmir. She said that it actually predates that whole period in the valley, and that she first heard the chant, I think, in sometime in the 1980s when she had gone to Pakistan for a feminist program. And it was a chant used by feminists there against the military dictatorship of Zia-ul-Haq at that point.
Right.
So basically she said that, it was, I can't remember the Hindi chant, but it was something along the lines of patriarchy se azadi. Hamara nara azadi something. And that was the context out of which the Azadi chant came up, is what she says.
You deserve 200 points for that. Absolutely right. Right, and the story is very interesting. So she talks about how the first people in Pakistan who protested against Zia-ul-Haq weren't part of any political party, but actually were the women in Pakistan. But they could not get permission from the police to protest. Not very different from today.
तो पाकिस्तान लाहौर गई हुई थी. उस वक्त पाकिस्तान में ज़िया-उल-हक साहब का दौर था और पहला ग्रुप जो ज़िया-उल-हक साहब के खिलाफ उठा वो कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी नहीं थी, पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविस्ट नहीं थे, वो पाकिस्तानी फेमिनिस्ट थी. तो फेमिनिस्ट मीटिंग्स कर नहीं सकती थी, उसकी इजाज़त नहीं मिलती थी. वो लोग, उन्होंने कहा जी पुलिस से परमिशन ली कि औरतों के लिए मेला कर रहे हैं, और जहाँ बाहर उन्होंने चूड़ियों की दुकानें तो फलानी दुकानें लगा ली, और अंदर इट वाज ऑल कि औरत का नारा आज़ादी, बच्चों का नारा आज़ादी, हम लेके रहेंगे आज़ादी, है प्यारा नारा आज़ादी। तो क्या जोश था।
And Kanhaiya Kumar used that song famously in JNU, and that's how the song comes from, right? So actually the Azadi song comes from Pakistan, and that's the fact.
After this, the people who are opposed to the Azadi chant are going to be even more opposed to it. Pakistani chant.
In 2011, who wrote a letter to Anna Hazare supporting the protests against the government, saying, when you were sitting on fast in Delhi, same time I too was fasting on the occasion of Navaratri. I was pleased that by the grace of Ma Jagadamba, I happened to be a co-traveller in your crusade, even though it was indirect.
Was this Nityananda?
Not Nityananda. Let's name all the songs. Yes.
Isha Yoga.
Sadhguru. Jaggi.
I know him as Jaggi.
Who is this? Our infamous Ajay Bisht.
Not Ajay Bisht.
No. Is this Modi?
100 points. Yes, this is Narendra Modi. Right?
When he said Navaratri, I was like,
should have guessed.
Narendra Modi supported the protests against the government in 2011, and he said that Anna Hazare was partially responsible in bringing down the Congress government. Yeah. In fact, Amit Shah in 2014 told Sheila Bhatt of Rediff.com that it was Anna Hazare's public protests in New Delhi that brought down the UPA government.
Oh, yeah. I mean, considering fasting on Navratri and all, you know, India's ranking on the World Hunger Index has increased. I attribute it to millennials, of course, because of this intermittent fasting. I mean, Modi is not completely wrong.
Modi is never wrong.
Did
anybody say Modi is wrong?
Modi is never wrong.
Modi is always right.
Modi is always right. Moving on to the next round, it's called Aap Chronology Samajhiye, right? I'm going to give you a list of names in each question, and you need to arrange them in the order of the right chronology, right? So let's start with the first question. BJP, ABVP and RSS. I'll give you +1 for finishing
RSS?
first.
There's one question that I need to ask. RSS, you mean the organization or the feed?
Our assessment is that it's
So let's start with team 1.
oh, so we are saying RSS, ABVP, BJP.
What have you written? What is that?
I don't know how many questions there are, so I'm leaving space.
So we have cloth to wipe.
See, RSS, ABVP, BJP, 1, 2, 3.
Right to left.
Okay.
Why did you translate?
Which is
Urdu. No, I just wrote it down when you said it and then put numbers afterwards.
she's left wing.
Okay.
because that's where the nation needs to move. Right.
We'll go with RSS, ABVP and then BJP.
Okay. Team 3.
We are deviating from the norm and saying ABVP, RSS and then BJP.
Okay.
We're saying it's RSS, ABVP and then BJP.
We'll give you 50 points to teams Diwane, Parwane and team 4.
Thank you.
Right? That is the right answer. What is ABVP? Let's explain.
Akhil
Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad.
Sure, but what is it?
It's an organization of students.
The youth wing of the BJP as it exists today.
Is it the youth wing of the BJP?
No, I don't think so.
Of
I
the
think it's an
RSS.
independent.
It is the youth wing of the RSS,
RSS.
right? So that's absolutely right. RSS was formed in Nagpur in 1925. ABVP, the student wing of RSS, was formed in 1949. And when do you think BJP was formed?
80s?
85.
It was 1980.
80, yeah.
Right? 6th April 1980 was when BJP was formed. So it was RSS first, followed by ABVP and then BJP.
I used to be a member of the ABVP.
Oh really?
Involuntarily. Because they just came to
Like you
class
liked their
one
Facebook
day.
page or were you really part of it?
No. They came to PU, like pre-university college when I
You had
was
to pay
studying.
1 rupee.
Oh, they
and
were
you
coming
had
to
to
colleges then also.
Yeah. And they just showed up one day and then the teacher said, yeah, just give them 1 rupee and then be done with it.
Correct.
So all of us just removed 1 rupee and then we were automatically ABVP members.
It's not a telephone booth, you just need 1 rupee to...
Apparently.
Are you still a member?
No.
Did they refund you 1 rupee?
You might
Unless-
be. You may be.
Maybe that's the recurring charge.
Maybe that 1 rupee is now worth 15 lakhs.
Arrange these events in the chronological order. Separation of Pakistan from India, partition of Bengal, separation of Burma from India, separation of Sri Lanka from India.
My God.
Wait.
Okay, we are first.
We are first.
Let's start with team 1 again.
Okay, so we are going to say of partition of Bengal, 1905 partition of Bengal.
Okay.
And then separation of India, of Pakistan from India, which happened obviously 1947. And Burma and Sri Lanka were never part of India. They were just part of the British Empire.
What is your answer?
Sri Lanka was never part of India.
Okay.
Bengal happened in 1905. Burma, I think, happened in 1937. And Pakistan happened on June 3rd, 1947.
So Sri Lanka was separated when Hanuman set fire.
Hey, Guruman.
Yeah, but then it was reconnected, no?
Hey,
so Ram
Setu. But up chronology ka sabhi.
Then there was Burma in the 1930s.
Yes.
Then there was Pakistan 1948 and Bengal 1971.
Okay.
Oh, that way.
We say first was Bengal,
okay,
and then was Sri Lanka, and then Burma, and then Pakistan.
The only team over here who got it right was Team 2. Yeah. Team 2, Parwane got it right. You're absolutely right. First of all, Sri Lanka was never part of India, except I think the Hanuman and Ramayana story, which is disputed theory. You're absolutely right. It started with Bengal, the separation of Bengal, the original Bengal, with the Muslim-dominated areas and the Hindu-dominated areas was separated, and this happened in 1905. Burma was separated from India in 1937. Correct. It was actually the largest province by size in India at that point of time, and they said that, you know, we don't want to be part of this country and they need to be separated. And Pakistan, of course, happened in 1947, and Sri Lanka has never been part of India.
So interestingly, to add there, when the CAA entire discussion came out and they were debating about the need of CAA, the reason which given by the parliamentarians were all these were erstwhile Hindu Indian territories,
yes,
which we are putting it back here. But the fact check over there is the fact that Afghanistan was never a part of India, and Myanmar, which is actually a part of India, was not included in the CAA.
So my understanding is that Burma claimed that they have never been part of India.
Independent India, maybe.
Independent India, or even before British India. They have never been part of any Indian territory. But that logic also holds true for the Assam Kingdom. The Assam Kingdom was never technically part of Indian territory before.
Or Sikkim for that matter.
Yeah. Or Sikkim for that matter.
Sikkim voluntarily wanted to become part of the Union.
Moving on to the next round. This is an interesting round where we will give you a list of items and you need to tell us if it's a fact or fake news. Starting with the first question of the day. Amit Shah has a sense of humor. True or false? Fake news or fact?
Fact news.
Fake news.
It's fact news.
So we say fake news.
Why?
Because he doesn't have any sense.
Oh.
Forget only humor.
But he has common sense.
Con man sense more.
Oh, nice.
So team 1, Diwane and Mastane say fake news. Team 2 and team 4 will probably get internet and citizenship quicker than other people.
Yeah.
They say it's fact. You guys actually get 50 points each. Right?
Thank you.
You're absolutely right. So the context is that Amit Shah's official website has a section called The Lighter Side, which actually publishes cartoons of all kinds that feature Amit Shah, including the ones that criticize him. Right?
Oh.
Yes.
So either Amit Shah has a great sense of humor or he just does not know what is happening with his digital media.
Or he's trying to point out the people who've done this shit and then said, tomorrow you come, I'll see.
He's trying to light something on fire. That's why it's a lighter.
Either that or some intern is getting fired tomorrow.
Also, interns did a really good job of connecting with millennials and stuff.
It's been on for a while, so I'm sure that he is aware of it.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
It's been there for the longest period of time. But it's interesting to see that politicians have always had a sense of humor. Do you know other politicians who've had a good sense of humor? Yes.
Bal Thackeray.
Can you tell me something about Bal Thackeray?
Bal Thackeray was a cartoonist.
Correct.
And when you said Lakshman, I got reminded, they used to, I mean, they were good friends and they used to have draw-offs and all. And actually, if I'm not wrong, both of them applied for the same job at times, if I'm not wrong.
Which people say Lakshman got it, which is why Bal Thackeray turned against South Indians.
Yeah, absolutely right. Bal Thackeray was a political cartoonist before he became a politician. In fact, a lot of his political campaigning in his early years was based on mimicking people, right? He used to do almost like stand-up comedy shows. In fact, Johnny Lever was a famous person who used to come for his political campaigns, and he used to generally use humor a lot in his political campaigning.
Thanks for watching India Wants to Know, India's first panel quiz show. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get notified about our latest episodes.